By late April, protests in Hong Kong had already been underway for several weeks. But on June 9th, the movement erupted when an estimated 1 million people took to the streets. The protests stemmed from a controversial bill that would allow the extradition of criminal suspects to mainland China to face trial there. A red line for opponents who say the legislation would threaten judicial independence in the semi-autonomous territory, which has been ruled under the one country, two systems model since Hong Kong was returned from the British to the Chinese in 1997. By mid-June, city leader Carrie Lam was under growing pressure.
After repeated internal deliberations over the last 2 days, I am announcing that the government will suspend the bill.
But for protesters, suspending the bill was not enough. They demanded its complete withdrawal, as well as Lam's resignation. So marches continued and doubled in size from the week before. Nearly 2 million people flooded the streets on June 16th, more than a quarter of the city's population. Lam issued an apology later that night, but protesters did not accept it.
Carrie Lam can no longer effectively govern Hong Kong. But what I want to say is that there are some mistakes too big that you do not deserve to have a second chance.
Days later, thousands rallied again, this time in front of police headquarters. As frustrations grew, tensions came to an unprecedented head on July 1st, when protesters stormed Parliament and graffitied the walls during a 3-hour occupation before riot police secured the building. A symbolic move that came on a public holiday, marking the 22nd anniversary of Hong Kong's return to China.